All right, so now we're going to be creating this transparency effect we get. So whenever the page loads and the header is at the top, we want a transparent background, not a black. So I'm going to create a new state right here, and I'm going to say, I don't know, header show, something like that, header show. And at the beginning, whenever the page loads, it's going to be false. Okay. So now right here, instead of just hard coding the color, I could ask the application if header show it's false. So if it's false, we're gonna show transparent. But if it's true, we're gonna show a color. Okay. So it's gonna be this dot state dot show drawer header show, and I'm gonna use a ternary. So if this is true, we're gonna show this color. But if it's not, scrolling, something like that. User, let me make it right. All right. So whenever the application loads, our application, after it mounts, it will add an event listener of scroll to our component. So if I scroll, we run our function, this one, the handle scroll. So on this one, what we can do, we can check the window scroll position, and if it's greater than 0, then we don't show the color. But if it's greater than 0, it means that the user scrolled from the top, so we change the color. All right, so I'm gonna delete this for now. I'm gonna say if, just a good old if, and then of course an else. So right here, I'm gonna be checking the window dot scroll and the Y, because we only need to check the Y axis, not the horizontal axis. So if this one it's greater than 0, right, we will do something. If not, we will do something else. So what we do, we toggle the state of header show. So I'm going to say this dot set state, open and close, and the drawer show for this one is going to be true because it's greater than 0. So we want to show the color. And if it's not, we're going to say false, right? So false. So if I reload the application, the application loads and the scroll is right here, so we get the color. But if we scroll up, we are at the top, so it goes to the false condition, to the else. So we don't get the color. And if we scroll down, we get it, and if not, we don't get it. So that they're really cool. So this one works okay because this is a single page. It's a landing page, so we don't have a route. Because maybe if you're doing you're adding an event listener on this page, and maybe on I don't know, in your application you have a different route where you don't use this effect, it would be a good idea to remove the add event listener. Instead of add is going to be remove event listener. And you're going to be doing this on the component will and mount. Always remember to remove the event listeners whenever you go to a different component where you're not really using this. Okay, so this is cool. So everything works as expected for now. All right. So now we're going to be creating the the slider and the countdown. On this one, I made a mistake. Let me just give me a second. Let me just fix it. 1 second. So the side drawer, the event starts in. This is the final one. But I did this project, a few weeks ago, and I have a date right here. We calculate the date, and let me just give me 1 second. Let me modify this one right here. Okay, I modified this on the original, file on the original project. So the event starts in. What it does, we pass a date. And in this case, it's going to be December 16th of this year. So we have 166 days. And what it does is going to calculate how many days, minutes, hours, and seconds until, the event starts. So this is what we're going to be doing. And whenever the application loads, we will use a transition and we will do this slider, this carousel. Okay, so let's go to the next section. And we'll start with the carousel and then with the event starts in. And I'm gonna zip this version of the project with all of this. I'm gonna upload it to this section so you can get the code we have so far.